Beijing, the Chinese capital, is now fifth in place for the world's most expensive office space. It made headlines after it was ranked ahead of New York, Sydney, and Paris. The top spot went to the Chinese territory of Hong Kong, followed by the West End of London and Tokyo. The Russian capital, Moscow, was fourth. The 2011 report on the world's most expensive office locations comes from international property consultant Cushman & Wakefield. The consultant takes into account service charges and local taxes. This allows direct comparisons of annual occupancy costs between countries. In 2010, Beijing was in the 15th spot, but in 2011, it shot up by 10 places, mainly due to a growing demand and a shortage of supply. In Money Matters, we will look at Beijing's office rents and talk about the reasons for the soaring prices. Following China's tightening measures, it is reported that there are signs of a cooling property market, but the efforts are focused on the residential and not the commercial sector. So in 2011, Beijing's office building market actually saw a historical low in its vacancy rate. It was down to 4.8% based on a report by Colliers International Real Estate Services. At the same time, rental prices went sky high. China's rapid economic growth sparked strong demand. Many companies, both local and foreign, are looking at further growing their presence in the capital city. With this, there's been a huge demand for office buildings from the following industries: finance, automobile, IT, energy, electronics, pharmaceutical, and manufacturing. Next, we will look at the top 3 rent deals in 2011. First up, German pharmaceutical Bayer. It rented a 312,000 square feet space in Beijing CBD, or the Central Business District, last year. The rent was $75 per square foot per year. Second, car maker Toyota rented a 140,000 square feet office around the same area. The average rent which Toyota paid was $93 per square foot per year. Third, People's Daily's website people.com.cn also paid the same rate for its 64,000 square feet office within the same vicinity. But those rentals are much lower than the average rent in the city. By the end of last year, Beijing's top-grade office rental on average hit a whopping $130 per square foot per year. It was also a record of 75% increase from 2010 prices. These prices come from real estate agency CB Richard Ellis. While $130 per square foot seems high, this rate is half of the steepest rate in Beijing. The capital city's most expensive offices are at the China World Trade Center Tower 3. The rent? A staggering $260 per square foot. This is the rent you pay to have your office located in Beijing's tallest skyscraper. And don't go anywhere, because when we return, we'll take a look at office rentals in Shanghai and talk about the future rents. That's up next.